Hello, everybody. Welcome to Making It with Me. I would like to take this time to say that this is going to be a collaboration video with Themes on the 13th is the name of the collaboration, and it is with the group called Crafty Low or No Spin on Facebook. So I will link links in the description if you want to join and check out things on 13th. We are more than welcome to join. It's a lovely group, and we do all different kind of things inside of the group. So today I am going to use I'm going to turn my video around first so you can see, but I'm going to use a sketch. And I'm going to, before I turn my video around, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to use this sketch for 2 videos, just so you can see that even though you have a sketch, it can look totally different than what the sketch is cost for. For this video, I'm going to pretty much keep to the sketch. But for the second video, it's going to be a little twist. So you're going to have to stay tuned to see what it is. I'm not going to give it to you. So let's turn our camera around. I'm going to turn our camera around so we can get going. All righty. So here is this sketch. It is brought to you by Brenda Ragsdale. So this is what it is. This is what we're going to be doing. And I'm just going to set this off to the side and show you my pictures. So for my pictures, I am going to use my fur babies. This is Queenie and this is King. And this is King. He was being silly. He likes to ride when we're going on vacations or we're taking a long ride somewhere in the state. He likes to ride up front with me. And this particular day, I was a little bit cold. Me and my husband are total opposites. He likes air, and I like heat. So it's cold. He was not, but I didn't want to tell him not to leave the window down. So I just brought my little cover and I bundled up. And then as soon as King heard something, oh, he popped up and the cover ended up like that. And he just looked up at me with those big old puppy eyes. And I said, "You were being so silly." And so he turned his head down and I captured the picture while he still had it on him. So so that was a funny time. But so these are 2 pictures I'm going to use. And this was the paper. It is in this group we're not using current paper, or we're not going out to buy anything. You just use what you have. And so I have this paper pad with a lot of beautiful paper, but I have not had a chance to really crack into it or use it a lot. So I figured, because it's been sitting in my stash since forever, I don't even know how long I've had it, but this was one of the paper pads that I bought when I very first started to learn how to scrapbook. And so this was a 12 by 12 pad. It is one-sided, meaning that the pattern is only on one side. It's not a double-sided. So the whole paper pack is all one-sided. So I cut this 12 by 12 and made 4 by 6 placemats out of this paper. So I'm going to mat that a little bit. Bring in your cutting board or whatever you have to use. And I'm just going to shave this picture down. So It is a 4x6, like I said. I'm gonna cut it down to maybe 3 7/8. And maybe take a little bit off the side. Maybe fourth one. Maybe a little bit more than the fourth of the side. So we can get a nice little mat. And so the mat can show a bit. So it's going to look, let's see. I want the mat to show just a little bit. Let's cut it down just a little bit more. Take a little bit more from the top. And I found that when I'm doing my pictures, because even though this is not a trimmer for pictures, if I start from the bottom and go up, it won't rip my pictures. And then because I done, tell me I did that a couple of times. I ripped my pictures and had to reprint them all over again. So that'll leave me with a nice little mat like that. So I'll set that one right there. And then we'll do the second picture, take a little bit off. Side. Yeah. In this picture, they both were in the tub getting ready to get a bath. Where's that second mat at? Yes. Lost the mat. Okay. I wish you guys could tell me what I did with the mat. Mat somewhere. Here it is. Here it is. I found it. I found it. Sorry about the shakiness of the camera. So let's see. Cut down just a little bit more. Yeah, because it wasn't intended. This one wasn't intended for to cut pictures. I think it was just in. This one was just intended to cut paper, and so it snags a bit on my paper. Although I have seen um other people cut their pictures with it just fine. See, there's a nice little mat. So let's fix up this edge a bit here. And I probably got to get some new blades. It's probably time for new blades anyway. But um, yeah. So I'm going to put some adhesive on the back to mount the picture. And I'm using liquid just so I can have a little wiggle room. And then set it down. Perfect. Now let's do the second photo. And I print my pictures at home. So it's some joy to that, because if you mess up a picture, oh, and I did when first learning how to do it, I messed up a lot of pictures. So printed at home was very beneficial to me because I have messed up a lot of pictures. So we'll set that to the side. Let's use our white daisy mat. And okay, so I have some arrows because of the sketch calls for 3 arrows. And oh wait, I'm going ahead of myself. It had paper in the back. So let's bring out that paper trim one more time. And this paper is really thin. And that's why I had to mat the paper on some car. I had to put the paper on some cardstock. Cut it this. So I'm gonna take this paper, since it's a full 12-inch, I'm gonna cut it in half. Well, it was a full 12-inch. I'm gonna cut it at 6 inches. And this will be my first band of paper. And then the second paper, which was that pinko box. Now I tell you. So I'm gonna cut at the bottom of the triangle. So this part will be scraps. Use that on another. And then this piece, I'm going to also, I'm going to cut it at four inches. So this will be a 4 by, let's see. This should be a 4 by 6.5. 4 by 6.5 feet. So it can go here. Let's cut that there. Turn it like this. And then the third piece would be this house paper. And this is a full 12 by 12. So I'm going to cut this at 5. By 5. And I'm just going to layer the papers. And then I have a triangle here. So another red triangle here. Or just dry fitting so I can see how I want this. And then, okay, see, let's move this on this side. Okay. So we'll do that like that. And then the 2 pictures. Let's see. 1 and 2. I like that. Let's put this over so you guys can see. And then we'll embellish after we get everything stuck down. So I like that. Put them both on top. And that's pretty much the layout. Oh, and she had a tag. I see. So we'll use that like that. Oh, it turned out. Let's put that back in there. No, go to bed. It's time for bed, darling. Go to bed. Okay. Good night. Okay, so let me fix this. There we go. I don't know why I was having a hard time fixing it. You can see all of the papers. And I have a piece of scrap paper. I can go this one to match the, I can put it right here, like that. So now, okay, you guys, so that's gonna be how it's gonna look. So let's get the gluing it down and embellish. Let's take it off one at a time. And realistically, I could, if I wanted to, cut this triangle out of this paper and save it, but I'm not gonna worry about it because I have a whole nother sheet like this, and um I need to get using, it's just paper. I need to get to using these papers. So let's commit. I ran out of tape running, so I have to use liquid glue. So I'm gonna put this 6-inch 6 by 12 at, if you have a Versamat, this makes things very easy to get this lined up. And put it at 9 inches on both sides, so that way I know it's straight. Put it at the 9-inch mark. See, and that's the beauty of having liquid glue. You can pull it right on back up if you don't get it down straight enough. And make it straight. And I don't know why. Oh, no wonder. I say I don't know why this seemed like it's. I should have put some glue on the back of here, so it don't. I mean, some adhesive on the back so it don't slide. What's that? There. Now, oh, that's a drop there. Okay. And let's start putting down our triangles. So I'm gonna put the first triangle at 3.5. The corner is going to be at 3.5. So corner at 3.5. It'll reach all the way over to almost 8.5. And put it down. Let's put this paper. And I'm sorry if you hear my daughter in the background. And she's a little bit upset because they're supposed to be on spring break, but she's not. She still has to get up for her program, her school program. So she's a bit upset because she wants to watch TV. And I'm just eyeballing the placement of this. I'm not being exact. You can use your T-square if you want to, but this last third piece is going to go at 8 3/4 of an inch. And this triangle, I'm gonna put it, this one's bigger than the other two. The corner is going to go like 2 3/4. So a little bit past 2 3/4. And then we'll put them to our mats. Our mat is going to, the top one is going to go at about 4 inches. And if you need to do a little, because I never secures it down all the way until I make sure I know where things are going to go, where they're going to live. Then I worry about making sure they're down good and they can't come up. But it's going to go there. And then the second picture is going to be at about 1.5 inches over. You're just going to go right up against the bottom of the second picture. I mean, the first picture. And Oh, don't forget my tag. What? I'm gonna cut this. I glued it in. And it's gonna stick just the top part of it. Right here. And nobody's gonna know. That is not the full tag. I mean, well, you guys will know, but nobody else will know. And you can save the bottom portion if you want, or you can include it underneath as a part right here. You can, if you want. I'm not. I'm just gonna set it off to the side, be used for something else at a later date. Now, let's get to embellishing. Before we get there, stick a little glue in. Yep. Yeah, you hear my fur baby? That's King. He's in there barking. So I got a little pail that I got, and I want to oh put some little doggy treats with it. Dog bones, if I can get it. Okay. So let's see. That's my little bucket. I'm gonna flip it over and adhere the little tiny pieces first. And then I'm gonna put the glue on the wrong side. No, yeah. Nope, I put it on the right side and then put it on the wrong side. Come on, when they get it together. Just a bit. Stick out. Right there. It's gonna look like it's a two dog biscuits and a little piece of a toy. And it's sticking out. So biscuit one, biscuit two, and put in a piece of a toy. Make a ball. So I'm gluing it on the back side first. So then when you turn it over, it'll look like this. And then just so the basket doesn't look plain, I also I use a Cricut for this basket. And I also use the Cricut to make like a little doggy paw print. So as soon as I can pick up all the pieces over here. So it'll go like this with one piece, one, bless you, Michelle. Two, where's the other little one? Oops, tag nabbit. Little sucker don't want to come up. Three. And it's one more little doggy print. Where are you? Where you hiding at, guy? Up here, yeah. Okay. And four. So it's gonna look like that. So let's glue those pieces on there. And I'm gonna use my tweezers because these are little small little fellas here. And I probably should have. This mat right here is really good for stuff like this. You just put some glue on it. And that way you can just stick the piece in the glue. And you shouldn't have too much. But okay, that's one down. Two down. And you see what I'm doing? That's a little tedious, but I promise you in the end it's gonna be all worth it. Got a little paw print. And there's our basket with the paw print on it. Now let's glue the whole entire thing down. Right here. And then I also have a little doggy ball that I'm going to put on here. And put the little bone right here. And I also have this corner here. And bring the picture down just a bit so you can see. We're going to put a paw print right here. Right here. Let's see. 1, 2. Make sure I get all the right size. 3. Let's see, is this the same size? Yes, 4. Okay, good job, Michelle. Thank you for handing me that. You're welcome. Put one here. One here. One here. And a little bit of glue over here. And let's pop right here. And just because I want some repeat of the same elements, I'm going to put this doggy bone right here. And so that's that one. And then I'm going to put one more paw print on here. Over here in this space. So here, let's get all our pieces together. 2, 3, one more big one, and 4. Oh, okay. So let's glue those down right there. One. Two, three, four. And our title is going to be King and Queenie, their names. And I already got this wrote out. So let's see. King. Oops. King and Queenie. Woo! Losing letters, y'all. I'm losing letters. Where's my eyes? I'm dropping stuff. There. Just like that. Let's get it glued down. This is a good time for me to tell you guys while I'm gluing this down to if you are a subscriber, I would like to thank you for subscribing to my channel. And if you are not a subscriber, please feel free to hit the like and the subscribe if you feel like I am putting out good content that you are learning something from. And it doesn't cost you anything once you hit the like and the subscribe button. It just lets YouTube know that I am putting out content and that you approve of it. And so I would like to take this time to say thank you for that. I'm going to use this half a circle to put some glue on up under here. I appreciate all of the likes. And starting next month, I am going to try to include a message with all of the people named that have subscribed on my channel as my way of saying thank you and showing you that I appreciate you. I'm going to include your name on the screen. So if you would like to see your name and you subscribe, and I don't know that you subscribe, please feel free to send me an email at makingwithmonique@gmail.com and put in the subject I subscribe. And I will also include your name if I already don't have it. And we're just about finished with this layout. And if you're interested in joining my VIP on my website, you will get a lot of great perks of becoming a VIP member. So you also get a stamp of the month each month as a part of me saying thank you for becoming a VIP. You also get discounts on your on anything on the website. You get a discount. I think it's the 15% off discount, and it'll automatically apply it to your total once you get ready to check out. And of course, when there's something new and exciting, you will get to know it first as a becoming a VIP. You will get to hear it first before anybody else does. So that's fun and exciting all in its own. Because let me tell you, sometimes it'd be great, a lot of great sales going on, and you don't even know until last minute. And who wants to miss out on a good sale? I know I don't. Mm. Okay, everybody. I have one more bone I can do. I can put this last bone here. Yeah, I like my bone. Put it right there next to the name. You know what? I'll put it right over here with this other bone. How about that one? No, maybe up here. Yeah, let's see. Then I'm gonna cover up the paw print if I do that. I'll keep it. Okay, everybody, I think this gonna be the close out. I'll add close-ups and to the end so you can see. But here's the layout. Thank you, everybody, for taking time out to share your evening with me. You all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.